In my opinion, the old school RuneScape Wilderness is probably one of the most unique pieces of content in the game, and I'm sure I'm not just speaking for myself, but it's one of the few reasons I still continue to play. After seeing how refreshing the game could be when you restrict yourself to a specific area, I've become inspired, and we're going to make our own wilderness-only Ironman. The goal of this account is to get my hands on every single unique drop the wilderness has to offer, with the exception of the Corporal Beast because it can be done completely safe, and the KBD because the Draconic Visage and the Dragon Pickaxe can be found elsewhere, plus I will not have the anti-dragon shield as I will not be doing Dragon Slayer. I've allowed my account to use the Edgeville Bank and access the Edgeville Wilderness Dungeon, but I can only gain EXP and items in the wilderness zones. The great thing about these accounts is that you get to choose the rules you play by. So before we enter the wilderness, I'm going to be training 15 levels in mining, 15 levels in agility. I'm going to obtain the ring mold, the amulet mold, and the necklace mold from the shop in Al Kharid, and I will be completing a druidic ritual. Now, because the lowest level ore you can mine in the wilderness is iron, we will be training up to 15 mining so that we can mine the iron ore. As for smithing mining's counterpart, it is possible to train up to 15 smithing by using bronze bars, which are dropped by a few monsters in the wilderness. As for agility, if we get level 15, that unlocks the monkey bars in the Edgeville Dungeon. This makes it so we can do every single wilderness task, as we will be using Curstilia, the Slayer Master, for the series. Plus, this will be our only method of training agility until we are able to access the wilderness course. I've also allowed myself to complete one task from Turiel, as this is a requirement to use the Wilderness Slayer Master. And lastly, the reason for the 3 molds is because the only way to get your crafting level up is if you lamp to 5 and start making gold rings. The necklace mold and the amulet mold, both unobtainable from the wilderness, will also be used for very useful jewelries. I've chosen that crafting, being only a requirement level of 5, will be the skill I use to lamp. And because I'm also bringing items for this skill, I thought it would be fair enough if that was the skill of choice. Lastly, the skills I will not be participating in are farming, hunter, thieving, construction, and rune crafting, as these are simply just not needed for the wilderness. So to train 15 mining, it was pretty simple. Just headed over to the tin ores south of Varrock, got it, and I dropped every tin ore that I acquired in the process. Getting 15 agility was done using the gnome stronghold course. I killed a chicken, a cow, a rat, and a bear so that I could have all the items required for a druidic ritual. After completing druidic ritual, we went to Turiel, completed our first Slayer task, which was goblins, and with all of that out of the way, our account is now ready to take on the wilderness. Before we start, I had 2 genie lamps and I used them both on crafting. I got these while I was getting the prerequisites, and I just wanted to thank all the people who gave me a bond while I was getting the prerequisites. I was streaming it on YouTube, so if you were there, I appreciate you guys coming out. This is where it all begins, guys. So we're in the bank right now. We're about to head out in the wilderness. We are now logged to the Edgeville Wilderness area. After getting all those prerequisites, I'm 6 combat, and these are my stats. We got our first task from Curstilia. We got 79 spiders, which is actually a really good task because it's something that's low level, which means that I can get my Slayer training pretty early. As I make my way over to the rats, I've chopped down this tree so I can get a log. This way I can cook the rat meats because I will need food to sustain these early levels. We're gonna have to keep this log out button on just in case there is some level like 8 roaming the wilderness. Okay, this spot is actually so good. There's level 1 and 2 spiders that actually can't hit you, so I can just train here without having to have any food. Don't know if I'm ever gonna need a cake tin, but I might as well take it because I'm here. These are the low level spiders I was talking about. That Slayer task will just become really easy with these. I think I'm just gonna leave it for now though, because these are gonna wreck me since my stats are so bad. I'm gonna have to stay on these level 1 spiders. Oh, I did not know there was a small fishing net spawn here. The only thing we can fish are shrimp and anchovy in the wilderness. Nothing drops a harpoon or a lobster cage, so it's good to know. Oh my god. There it is, looting bag. It's a 1 in 30 from any wilderness monster. That is actually so nice. These were the big boy rats I was talking about. The reason these are good is because they do drop that raw meat and we can sustain ourselves. We got 5 strength and now we're just flicking thick skin, so we have that extra defense bonus. We're kind of losing HP here. I think we might have to change these plans around. Oh, come on. Don't burn another, please. No! Are you serious? I cooked 2 out of 9. Not the random event you want to see, but I'll take the beer and the kebab. Don't have the GP for it now, but these are one of the cape shops, and I do believe they give a small bonus if I could catch up with this guy. Yup, they do give a small bonus, but they are 50 coins, and we only have 14. Alright, we got 5 attack at the rats, and we're making our way over to a new weapon, because the bronze sword is not holding up. There it is on the ground, a fresh steel dagger. Let's see if we can just run there without getting yoinked by the frickin' black knights. Nice 0. There it is, steel dagger, nice upgrade. Pretty risky. Oh, okay, I did not know there was one right beside on the ground. Wait, I can just loot these and then sell them to the general store at the bandit camp. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna world hop until my inventory is full of these daggers. Alright, we've made it to the bandit camp. I actually did not know there was an entrance on the right. I thought I would have to run through the bandit guards. Did not know I could get in this way, so that is really nice. And there's also rats here, so it's good to know. But yeah, this area is going to be our home for quite a while, because to get our cooking level up and our fishing level up, we're going to be at this location. The only downside is these aggressive bandits, but it is pretty avoidable. We just got to make sure we don't die here. Alright, so the daggers sell for 75. If I sell one, 71's the next one. Alright, we're going to sell 3 a world and then hop, and we're going to see how much GP we can come up with here. By the way, this shop buys items for high alch value, which is going to be so useful in the future. A last dagger being sold, and we have roughly 1.2k almost. Very nice. Now, the reason that GP was so important is because we got Fat Tony here. He sells pizza bases, and they're 4 coins each. Now, the very special thing about this shop is that it's right beside a range, and there's a tomato and cheese on a table right beside the range. So we have the ingredients to make the pizza, except we need that 35 cooking. When fully consumed, a pizza heals 14, so this is some really good early game food. Unfortunately, getting 35 cooking is going to be a bit of a grind. We're going to have to fish for a bunch of shrimp, but fishing is also very, very important, as it will unlock anchovies at 15 fishing, and with anchovies we can make anchovy pizzas, but that will be unlocked at 55 cooking. Just realized you can sell the shrimp to the general store. You can also sell the tomato and the cheese. We're keeping it as food when the bandits hit us between the run, but unfortunately the shrimp stops selling. They actually sell for 0 once you've hit a certain amount. We're gonna pick up our team cape now. We're gonna go with the gold one. Gonna show you guys that it actually does give some stats. This is the best in slot cape the wilderness offers us, so it's pretty nice to have a best in slot right away. Oh god, we gotta run. Please don't combo me out, please. Oh my god. Alright, this is where the tomato and the cheese come in clutch. We can just take them off the table, heal back to full, and continue cooking our shrimps. We just clocked in on 10 cooking. Nice little level there. Please, please be amazed if that's even possible in the wilderness. Yeah, I was quite confused here. I could not tell the difference between my inventory before the recording and after. I looked at it and we just got a kebab. That's it. 15 fishing is a huge level for us. We can now catch anchovies, and every anchovy we catch we're probably just going to keep when we cook them, and just stash them in the looting bag, because they will be used to make those anchovy pizzas once we've achieved the cooking level. Alright, we do have a full inventory of anchovies and a full looting bag. We're going to run back past these bandits now, and what? I'm in no members world, level 130 bandit. Oh, the strat was to be in an F2P world, so I did not have those bandits. This had to be one of the most annoying item recoveries I've ever done. To recover the items, I had to stand on a very, very specific tile here beside the tree, make sure this bandit was not aggroing, wait on this square for 20 minutes, and then I could finally go click my items. Luckily, they do stay on the ground. But yeah, the goals for now, get 35 cooking to start making those pizzas, and we're also going to rush 43 prayer. Then we're going to start combat, because once we have those overheads, the potential will just be limitless, and we'll be able to pretty much kill anything in our path. That is the plan for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of the Wildernaut account, and until next time, have a good one, guys.